In a world that never stops screaming for attention, silence is often misunderstood as weakness or arrogance. But have you ever wondered about the truth? We often judge those who speak less, assuming they have nothing to say. Yet, behind every quiet gaze lies a universe waiting to be discovered. The sound of rain against the glass mimics the rhythmic thoughts of a mind that finds comfort in the shadows rather than the spotlight's glare. Silence is not a void to be filled. It is a sanctuary where the soul breathes and the noise of the world finally begins to fade. Observe the way they hold their space. There is a deliberate calmness in their movements, a refusal to be rushed by the frantic pace of others. While others compete to be heard, the quiet ones are busy processing the depth of existence, finding meaning in the subtle whispers of the everyday. They are not hiding, they are simply observing. Their silence is a filter, letting in only what is true and keeping out the superficial noise. But the world rarely appreciates this stillness. In the middle of the social chaos, the quiet person is often forced to wear a heavy mask. Modern society labels them as shy, awkward, or distant. They are often pushed to participate in conversations that feel hollow and draining to their spirit. The pressure to belong forces many to mimic the extroverted ideal, even when every fiber of their being yearns for the peace of solitude. To them, small talk is a mountain they are tired of climbing. They prefer the deep valleys of meaningful connection over the peaks of vanity. They smile not because they are happy, but because it is the easiest way to navigate a world that fears the weight of true silence. Think of them as an iceberg. The small part you see above the surface is nothing compared to the massive depth hidden beneath the waves. Beneath the surface lies a complex network of thoughts, dreams, and memories that they guard with a sacred intensity few will ever fully witness. Their inner world is a vast library of experiences, curated with care and revisited in the quiet moments when the rest of the world sleeps. Silence isn't the absence of thought, it's the presence of an internal dialogue so rich that words often feel too small to contain the meaning. Carl Jung once explained that introverts direct their energy inward. For these individuals, every external interaction is a significant expenditure of their precious spiritual energy. Their brains are wired to process information deeply. They don't just hear words, they feel the intent and the weight behind every single syllable spoken. While others are busy replying, the quiet ones are busy listening to the echoes of their own subconscious, connecting dots that others might miss entirely. They find strength in the mountains of their own mind. Like a peak standing tall in the wind, their silence is a form of endurance. A quiet person is like a still lake. On the surface, nothing moves, but the depths hold secrets in life that only the patient discover. They are highly sensitive to their environment. A single harsh word can create ripples in their psyche that last much longer than people realize. They embrace their shadows. In the darkness of introspection, they find the honesty that the bright lights of social life often hide from us. They aren't avoiding people, they are seeking themselves. To them, being alone is not a punishment, but a necessary ritual for mental and emotional survival. In the presence of nature, their silence finds its voice. The rustling leaves and the distant birds provide a better conversation than most parties. They save their words for when they truly matter. When a quiet person speaks, their words carry the weight of 1,000 unspoken thoughts. They understand that the most profound truths are often found in the spaces between words, in the pauses that others are too afraid to keep. Quiet people are masters of observation. While the world is busy talking, they are busy seeing the small details that everyone else overlooks. They notice the micro-expressions, the slight hesitation in a voice, and the unspoken tension in a room. Nothing escapes their silent, watchful eyes. Their senses are heightened by their stillness. They hear the heartbeat of the world because they have learned to quiet the noise of their own ego. They find beauty in the forgotten corners of life. While others chase the neon lights, they find comfort in the shadows of the unseen streets. From their vantage point, they see the patterns of human behavior with a clarity that those caught in the middle of it can never achieve. They see the mask you wear. They recognize the pain behind a forced laugh and the insecurity hidden within a loud, boastful story. They document their findings in the pages of their minds. They are the silent historians of their own lives, recording every nuance of their journey. Writing is often their truest voice. On paper, they can be as loud and as bold as they wish, without the fear of being interrupted. They choose truth over performance. If they have nothing genuine to say, they prefer to say nothing at all, honoring the sanctity of honest communication. Growing up often means walking alone. As you evolve, you realize that many of your past connections were built on a foundation of empty noise. The higher you climb in your self-awareness, the quieter your life becomes. It's not a loss of friends, but a gain of authentic peace. There's a quiet strength in letting go. They burn away the expectations of others to make room for the truth of who they are. An empty room isn't lonely to them. It's a canvas. It's a space where they can finally be themselves without the weight of judgment. Stepping into the unknown requires silence. You have to listen to the forest to find the path, just as you must listen to your heart. The path is narrow and often hidden, but for those who don't fear the quiet, the forest reveals its most beautiful and ancient secrets. They have found their center. The storms of life may rage around them, but their internal silence remains an unbreakable anchor of peace. There is a melody in their solitude. It is a deep, resonant song that heals the wounds of a life spent trying to fit in. Silence is the ultimate therapy. It allows the fragments of the self to come back together, creating a whole that is stronger than before. Do not fear the quiet dawn of your own power. Each day is an opportunity to build a life that honors your need for stillness. Growth happens in silence. You don't hear the flower bloom or the tree grow, yet their presence is the most powerful thing on earth. Your potential is like that flower. It doesn't need to shout to be beautiful. It simply needs the right environment to unfold in peace. Stand before the vastness of your own soul. Realize that you are as deep and as powerful as the ocean you are currently watching. Inhale the peace, exhale the expectations. You owe no one an explanation for the quiet life you have chosen to build for yourself. Never apologize for your silence. It is not a void. It is the throne of your strength. It is the birthplace of your greatest wisdom. Let the world wonder about what you are thinking. While they are busy talking, you are busy creating your own magnificent inner kingdom. Remember this truth as you walk your path. Silence is not empty. It is full of the very answers you have been searching for. Knowledge only gains value when it is shared. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on future insights.